That's the intro to the Eva Cassidy version of Woodstock, which is actually a Joni Mitchell song. To be honest, I didn't know the song until the other day, and I don't actually know the Joni Mitchell version at all. So everything we're going to go through is the Eva Cassidy version that I've heard. She may have recorded other versions as well, but I'm not sure. The intro starts with an A minor chord, and then we shift to this shape. Now this chord could be called a couple of things. We'll call it a D add 4. If that means nothing to you, don't worry about that. Just learn the shape and the picking and that'll be fine. Incidentally, I forgot to mention the Eva Cassidy version has a capo on the first fret. So any reference I make to frets will be based off that. You can play this without the capo. Okay, so there's our first movement. Now, with the chords, with the right hand, assuming you're a right-hand player, any notes on strings 6, 5, or 4 will be played with our thumb. Any notes on string 3 will be played with our index finger. Any notes on string 2 will be played with our middle finger, and any notes on string 1 will be played with our ring finger. And that first picking pattern is going to be string 5, 2, 3, 4. And on string 4, when we play that, we're going to slide up to the 4th fret of the 4th string. So, and play this pattern then, which is, we let that ring, we then play string 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 3, sorry. I'll just play that really slowly. That's the opening bar of the song. Then we come back and play something like that, or play that. So that is the open A 5th string. Then we have this shape, which is basically an A minor 7 in this context. We're going to have our first finger on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and then the 3rd string will be open. So we play 5th string, then we pluck those two. Then we play the 5th string again, and this time we play an A note, which is on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and we play this D note here. Once again together, come back to the open 2nd string, and then play the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, like that. Okay, we then play that sort of thing again. Now that time, what I'm going to do there is hammer the open 2nd string down onto the 1st fret. And it's played as a grace note. It's really just to give some expression to this. That's very common. Now, if we heard Eva Cassidy play this live a few times, we might notice that she changes what she does. So feel free to put in grace notes and slides and other expressions as you see fit. So we have that, and then this time, same thing, but without that little move at the end. So just one more time, this is the intro. Okay, the verse starts off with something fairly similar to the intro, where we have an A minor, then slide up to that D add 4 chord, then back, basically repeat the same thing. Sometimes there are some different notes. I'm not going to spend too much time going on all of those because, as I mentioned in the intro, there's probably variations that Eva would put in herself with playing. I think she played the guitar. Perhaps her partner played guitar with her as well. I'm not too sure on that. Anyway, the essence of what you should be doing is capturing the sound of those two chords, and the minutiae of certain notes here and there really don't matter too much in this context and this style. So we've got the A minor to the D add 4, A minor to D add 4. Then we're going to go to a D chord. Now for this D chord, we're going to play a first inversion. That means I'm going to put the F sharp note, which is the third of the chord, in the bass. Now to play this, I'm going to grip a regular D chord, but then bring my thumb over the top to play that bass note. And I'll play a pinch between strings 6 and 2. So I'll do that. This will be notated for you. Once again, the same thing I talked about with fingering before. Thumb on the right hand will play strings 6, 5 and 4, and index finger string 3, middle finger string 2, ring finger string number 1. So I'll just play that first bar of the D chord, or the D over F sharp to begin with. Okay, then we're going to go to a D sus 2 chord. Now you can take your thumb away from there if you want, you don't need that again at the moment. To play this, I'm going to lift this finger off, so the first string becomes open. This is a really common thing in acoustic, especially acoustic folk sort of thing, where we play a D chord, we lift that finger up, that becomes a D sus 2. And she's also going to use a D sus 4, which is where we go back to that original D chord shape and place our pinky down. So that's how we play the next bar. Okay, so I'm starting D sus 4, D sus 2 to D sus 4. Then I'm going back to a D chord, and I play this. Okay, then we have this, which is a D, once again, but this time I'm just playing strings 4, 3, 2, 3, and I'm going to here. And this is called a D over C. So what I'm doing is taking my middle finger up and playing this C in the bass note. If you see things that are called slash chords, when I was a kid I used to think they had something to do with Guns N' Roses. Silly me. I had some really dumb ideas as a kid and as an adult as well, as I'm sure you're well aware, people that know me. But what that means is that the first thing you see is the actual chord. So we're playing a D chord. Whatever comes after the slash, in this case is a C, indicates that we're going to play the C note in the bass. Now the bass is the lowest note in the chord. So yeah, we just play this. Okay, and then we're back to that sort of thing. Then, so you should be fine with that. Once again. Okay, then we're coming back to our old friend, D over F sharp. It's basically the same as what we've covered before. Once again, you should know that move by now. sorry, I stuffed up that end. This is just before the chorus. We play an A minor 7. So the A minor 7 is just holding down these two strings with your two first and second fingers there. And I play string 5 with my thumb. Then I'm going to pluck strings 2, 3 and 4 with my thumb and index and middle. Then I'm going to pluck strings 1, 2 and 3 with my first, second and third fingers. Then we go to the open first and second string. So something like that. And that's the chorus. The chorus. The chorus is coming next. That's the verse. Okay, the chorus goes something like that. I think I changed a little bit as I played it, but you'll get the general idea, and the notation will probably be more accurate. That's a bit of a thing when I start playing from memory, and I don't really know this song particularly well. Anyway, the first chord is a D sus4 to a D. And the fingering pattern on the right hand is a little bit different. So we're going to play strings 2, 3 and 1, then string back to string 3, play string 2, and back string, and then we're going to pluck strings 2 and 3. And you can hear I've got that little movement from the G to the F sharp. Going from D sus4 to D. Okay, and then I play strings 3 and 2, then 4 and 3. Then I'm going back to the A minor to the D sus4 or D add 4. Okay, once again back to our old friend of D over F sharp and then D sus4. Okay, back to the D add 4, but this time we're going to add the A note in the bass. Okay, so we've got this. Then, actually, sorry, what we should do, we've got this chord, so that's like our D add 4, but now we've got the A in the bass. I would probably call this A13 sus4, something like that. A6, 7 sus4, no, probably A13 sus4 is what I'd call it when I add that in. Anyway, don't worry about the name, just learn the shape. Okay, then we come back down to an A minor 7 chord. And we pluck strings 5, 3 and 2 together and hit string 4. Okay, now I'm going to pivot and go to like an E minor 7 type chord. And what that means, by pivoting, I'm going to keep my middle finger down. Now, anytime you can keep a common finger between chords, it makes it much easier for positioning as you change. So that's a good habit to get into. So I'm going to keep that there, and I'm just going to bring my index finger down onto the 5th string at the 2nd fret, and I'm going to place my pinky on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Like this. So I will play, once again, I'm going to pluck strings 5, 3 and 2 and play string 4. And then I'm going to a C chord. And that's pretty straightforward. Okay, just picking strings 5, 4, 3, 4, then 2, 3, 4, 3. Okay, we go from there to a G. Now to start with, I'm just going to use my ring finger there on the G note, which is on string 6, fret 3. And I'm going to play string 6, 4, 3, 4. Okay, then I'm going to go to here. And we're playing this little walk up in the bass, which is a very common thing with this style of guitar as well. And so what I'm doing there is playing string 5 on the 2nd fret, and I'm playing the open 4th string, and then I'm playing string 3, fret 3 on the 5th string, and playing the open 4th string. So it's going to sound something like that. Now, just for that, with the right hand fingering, what I'm going to do there is play the 5th string with my thumb, and I'm going to use my index finger to play the 4th string. So even though we have this general idea of playing string 6, 5, and 4 with your thumb, and then playing the other fingers with one finger, we do need to change that at times. Anyway, the next little part, once we go through this, we've got the next bar goes to D sus2, then that's a D sus2 with a C in the bass. Then we're back to our old friend intro. That's pretty much the song. So see how you go with that. It's a great song to learn if you're just getting into fingerstyle, or if you want to looking for something else to perform. That sounds pretty good anyway.